AITA? AITA 31M, moved into a duplex apartment because it was affordable and quiet. The neighbor in the other unit, late 20 SF, was friendly from day one. She left baked goods on my doorstep and talked like we'd been friends for years. After a while, she started bringing meals over leftovers, she said because she just cooks too much. I was grateful. I even complimented her cooking. I told myself some people just like helping and the first time I got suspicious was the garlic bread and I make garlic bread sometimes when I am stressed. I have a specific method. I toast the edges longer than anyone else likes, and I use a little lemon zest in the butter. It's not common. When she served it that night, it tasted like my recipe. I laughed and asked where she learned it. She shrugged and said she must have picked it up from the smell coming through the walls of and I let it go and then she brought stew. Again, it matched my habit. I add smoked paprika but I always forget to mention it. When she described the stew, she spoke like she knew my personal quirks. You like it thick, not soupy, she said, like she'd seen my kitchen scale. I tried to be polite. But later that night, I went into my kitchen and realized I was missing ingredients I hadn't used and I confronted her the next day. She looked offended and I told you it's leftovers, she said. From my place. Stop acting like I am stealing. I am just being kind. And a week later, I noticed something worse. My spare key was gone and I never gave anyone my spare. I keep it taped inside the drawer under my cleaning supplies. When I found it missing, I checked my door. The lock was unforced. No scratches. Nothing obvious and that same night, I heard a faint sound in my garage. The kind of sound that doesn't belong to a neighbor. It was careful. Like someone moving slowly, not wanting to be caught. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight and stood at the edge of the garage doorway. When the sound stopped, I heard a soft shuffle, then a whisper that I couldn't place and I wasn't brave enough to step in. I went back inside and locked everything. But sleep didn't come a nat around 2 a.m., she knocked on my door. When I opened it, she held a foil container and dinner, she said. You forgot. And forgot what? I didn't have any plans to eat at that time. I didn't even cook that day. My stomach tightened and I stared at the container and felt like I was watching someone script a horror movie. The label on the foil was in permanent marker. It had my initials and a date. She handed it to me like it was normal. Like I should be grateful and inside was a meal I had cooked months ago. I recognized it immediately. The little chip on my cutting board corner was reflected in one photo printed on the label, something I'd used for a recipe card. I hadn't shared that recipe anywhere and I asked her how she knew and she smiled and said, you leave things around. I just put them back where they belong. And I demanded she leave. She looked disappointed, like I was refusing to cooperate with a plan. Then she stepped backward and said, you paranoid. You hurt yourself trying to prove you not crazy. And the bruise on my wrist the next morning proved I wasn't imagining things. I had no memory of hurting myself, and there were faint fingerprints near the bruise like someone grabbed me while I slept and I told my landlord. Now she's telling everyone I am unstable. She's claiming I am hallucinating and that people with stress react to kindness like it's a threat. And AITA for reporting her and refusing her help anymore? Because my friends keep saying I should be patient, but patience doesn't explain missing keys, matching recipes, and bruises I didn't earn.